Jim Caviezel is a whacked out right-wing actor. He recently spoke at Mar-a-Lago at an event for Catholics, and this is Exhibit A in the deification and cultification of Donald Trump and MAGA. Here's Jim Caviezel. You might remember him from such extraordinary films as The Passion of the Christ. The Passion of Christ? I didn't see it. Here he is saying Trump is a prophet and a liberator, just like Moses.
Moses was a great prophet and a liberator of God's beloved people. But in the end, he did not enter the promised land, but died at its very border. Perhaps that we can help Donald Trump, prophet and a liberator in his own right, to re-enter this land of promise he led so well for 4 years, then had abruptly taken from his hands by hook and or crook.
There you go. By hook or crook, they stole it from him in 2020. And if we can just re-elect Trump in November, he will be greater than Moses. This is a cult. This is a cult. And of course, they love to say, how could Biden possibly win? He doesn't have the boaters with the flags. He doesn't have any of the people wearing the gear. He doesn't have the people standing outside in the sun with the Sandy cans and the fried dough waiting for him to tell the same stories over and over again. He doesn't have anybody calling him a prophet and a liberator. And that's right. We just want Joe Biden to get a few more people health care, to forgive some student loan debt, to do some good things. We don't need prophecy. We don't need liberation in the biblical sense. Not to mention, Trump hasn't exactly been prophetic in his statements. So this is exactly what we talk about with regard to the cultishness and the deification that we just don't need on the left, right? I want to just live my life and not be thinking about Trump or Biden all the time. Biden's the better option. We vote for him. We let him do some stuff because he hires pretty good people. And then we move on with our lives. I don't need the hat. I don't need the shirt. I don't need the flag. Bonus clip from this Mar-a-Lago event with the Catholics. Here is Michael Flynn, Donald Trump's failed former national security advisor, saying the separation of church and state is total nonsense. I think the framers of the Constitution might disagree.
So when we hear, and they're going to start to do this, they're going to put the labels on us, Christian nationalists, all this crazy stuff.
Yeah, because you are.
And I've already heard it the last couple of weeks about the separation of church and state. That's total nonsense. Total nonsense. Total nonsense. And you're going to hear more of this.
Right.
We are going to be attacked. So when we hear.
All right. These are really, really whacked out people. And it's important to understand that this isn't just personal or interpersonal, I should say. It's not about their individual personalities. It's the movement they represent. They represent a movement where they don't want separation of church and state, where they don't want checks and balances, as long as it's in favor of their guy. And they see Trump as a spiritual leader, a cult leader, a god of sorts. And we need to make sure he doesn't get 4 more years in office. It is time to start thinking like voters and to make sure that kids understand the importance of voting, how it works, registering, ballot initiatives, because so many kids just have no idea. That's why I wrote the new children's book, Think Like a Voter. I can think of no better time and no more important group of folks to try to reach. The book is now available at davidpakman.com/book, where, by the way, you can get the first 2 books in the series as well. Think Like a Detective and Think Like a Scientist. Really important stuff. Donate them to local libraries, classrooms. Read them with the kids. davidpakman.com/book.